If what I am is what's in me, then I'll stay strong, that's who I'll be. And I will always be the best me that I can be. There's only one me, I admit. Have a dream, I'll follow it. It's up to me to try. Oh, I'ma keep my head up high. Keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, I'll keep getting stronger. And nothing's gonna bring me down. Never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. And what I am is
three. I do know how to edit that.
And what I am is and what I am is and what I am is and what I am is.
Good morning, everybody. Today I'm attending the REAL conference. It's a remote learning support conference for teachers in rural school districts. I'm super excited about the opportunity to learn what some other teachers are doing in districts like mine. Many rural districts are having the same challenges as us with a lack of internet access. Our students do not have even grade access for using a Wi-Fi hotspot. So hopefully they're going to address some of these challenges with us today. And this is what my lineup is that I've signed up for today. There's a keynote speaker in just a few minutes. And then I'm going to a Teaching with Games workshop at 9 a.m. I'm going to a museums learning workshop for online museums lessons. That's at 10, and then Learn Through Play. After lunch, I'm going to something called the Multiplayer Classroom, which it sounds to me from the description like it would be great for personalizing learning for students based on their interests using a games format. And I'm all about games in the classroom. And then I'm going to a Bitmoji interactive lesson workshop, and then the closing. So I will pop in and out with you today and kind of let you know the things that I'm learning, and I look forward to sharing any new tips or tricks that can help you if you're in a rural district or even if you're not and you're just starting remote learning. So I will see you back in a few.
To building interest in STEM with a focus on computer science and engaging with local students, alumni, and faculty to build strong relationships. For nearly 40 years, NCBCE has also been on the front lines, providing a critical link between North Carolina business leaders and the state's education decision makers. Like many other companies throughout the state, we participated in their top programs such as Students at Work, such as you all have, and Teachers at Work. NCBCE also created the Navigator. It is the nation's only free online marketplace for North Carolina educators and workforce development professionals, and it works to integrate work-based learning resources into your
Before the first day of school, and I am at TJ Maxx, one of my favorite places. And look what I found over here. I love lights. It's like a scientist thing, you know. I'm wanting these, but I can't buy them right now. They come back later. But yeah, so today was a good day because when you work with the students, then you're reminded that like all that other stuff, like it's just like peripheral. It's not really the main thing, you know? And I just really enjoyed seeing my kids and hearing their voices, and we played a game, and I did a wacky experiment with them where you put ivory soap in the microwave. If you've never done that before, you gotta try it. It does not blow up your microwave like some microwave ovens can. But it's only you only put it in for a minute, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, it was fun, and it was good. It was a good day.
It's bigger than me.
So day 1 of virtual teaching is complete. I have to say that it felt really, really good to see my 7th graders again. The group that I had today, I haven't seen them like in my class since December. And it's really hard for me to have semester classes with my students because number one, there's so many concepts that I need to develop, but number two, I just don't like to be without them for an entire semester while I wait for the year to come back around. So it was really good to see my kids. I wish I could have given them a hug, but you know, I was hugging them on the inside. So it really helped me today to get into the actual teaching and remind myself of what's important. And I realized this week that some of the things that I'm like going through at the beginning of the school year with back to school, like this is the first time that I have done a back to school since my last experience as instructional coach that wasn't good. So I think that because that was like such a rough time emotionally for me, that I'm experiencing some like triggers from that. And you know, I'm a reasonable, rational person, and I know that all the people that are around me are safe people, but in my healing journey from the things that I've gone through, where people were legitimately not good to me and not nice to me, now it's like I'm afraid of people that I shouldn't be afraid of, if that makes any sense. So I'm processing that right now and just trying to deal with it. So I'm learning about myself, that there are still things in me that I need to, you know, deal with and work on and heal from. And it benefits students when we have different perspectives, because we can help each other, then we can fill in each other's gaps and complete each other in our weak areas. And I need that. I need other people to complete my weaknesses just as much as they need me to complete theirs. So you have to have a way of communicating that works for your team, so that when you have these differences of opinion, you can move towards each other instead of away. But the problem is, if you've experienced a situation where other people were truly not good to you, then you're afraid. And that's like an alienating and frustrating feeling. So I was just dealing with that today, and I don't know, maybe like someone needs to hear that, you know. It's okay. If you've been through something hard in a job and it has changed who you are, like how you approach things, build new ways of interacting with people, and you have to open yourself up to trust other people again. And that's what I need to do. I need to open myself up to, you know, the possibility of getting hurt again, but knowing that I picked a place where the people that I have put around me are people that are good. Logically, I know that. And so, like, I just have to teach my emotions that. I'm still having a problem with, like, trying to balance all of the things that I need to do in the virtual environment. I'm finding that people are trying to talk to me when I'm in my Zoom calls, and I can't respond to them, and then when I don't respond right away, then I get lots more messages. So it's like just setting the guidelines for how conversations are going to happen, and letting people know how they can, contact me, and what times I'm not going to be available, because if I'm running a Zoom class, I can't expect to also be talking to individuals. But last year I was just trying to do that anyway. I just try to talk to all these people, and it's very frustrating because you just feel like you're constantly going from one thing to another, and it's very hard on you mentally, and it's just exhausting. So I'm not gonna let that happen to me this year. This year I'm gonna make sure that I set myself up for success at the beginning, that I talk to people and let them know what I can and cannot do, and just get off on a good start. So that was day 1, and now I am going to put away my social media and relax for the evening. Good morning. Today is Thursday, August the 19th, I think. I don't know. I'm not having to write it on the board anymore this year, so I don't know. Maybe I need to make myself a little board. I think it's the 19th. Anyway, I am just getting up. I am having some coffee in my holiday cup. A friend of mine just posted something on Facebook about how it's never too early to think Christmas. I think that's probably me right now. I'm there. I'm ready to start putting things away and anticipating Christmas time, because we just need to set positives for ourselves right now. But I have to say that my first week remotely has gone really well so far. Today I'm gearing up to spend some time with my 8th graders. They're my last 2 classes that I'll have for the week, and then tomorrow we do remediation, enrichment, and professional development. So this week has been really good. Getting to know the new students in the 6th grade, it went really well. I was fortunate to be able to team for my first class with our PE teacher, which actually I've never done that before, where I had my first class of students with another teacher there. And I know that if you've taught for a while, you're aware that one of the things that we really do in the first class is we kind of size up our kids. We pay attention to their body language, the way they interact with the teacher, the way they interact with each other, how shy they appear to be, how outgoing they are, if they keep talking when other people are trying to talk. We just find out so much from that first meeting with our students. And I just found that because I had another teacher there with me in the room, it was 2 sets of eyes instead of 1. So it was really nice, because the faster you get to know your students, the better you can do with them, the better you can be for them. So I so appreciated that. We actually decided to do this because, I started making my schedule, and at first I was just trying to, figure out what I was doing, and I didn't communicate with him right away. And we kind of set times, because our class is a split class, so we have 90-minute blocks, and he has half of my students, first, and I have the other half. And then after 45 minutes, we switch with those kids. So anyway, because we share the same students in that 90-minute block, we just decided, hey, let's just have one meeting. Let's get them all together. Let's say, welcome to middle school. And it was so nice, because we just took turns talking to the kids, and we had them scavenge around for something that, represented them, that they wanted us to know about themselves. And the kids really seemed to like that, and we really enjoyed seeing what they had to say about themselves. So that was a good way to start. I know we only had an hour for the first class, and there are other things I definitely want to go over next week, about how to be a successful middle schooler, organization skills, time management skills, all of those things, paying attention, those things are super important, but the first day, the biggest thing I wanted to set the tone for was just, number one, I care about you and I'm gonna be a teacher that you can come to. And number two, this class is gonna be fun. That's all I tried to accomplish the first day of class, whether I'm in person or virtual. So I think we did it, and we learned a lot about the kids, and I think they are feeling really good about coming into class this year. So today with my 8th graders, I have kind of a different situation because they've already been in middle school. So they've already had me. They had me last year. I was a new teacher in the building last year, so this is their second year with me. They were on semesters. This year for 8th grade, they're going to be there the whole year. So, and I've already told you that I'm teaming with a STEM teacher, so these kids are going to have, normally they'll have 45 and 45 of those 2 classes, but today they're going to get like 2 Zooms that are each like 45 minutes to an hour. So it's actually a little longer for them, you know, virtually, but that's okay. It's gonna be good, and I'm so happy that we can like combine what we're doing. So I know when kids hear the same language and see some of the same things that are connected in different classes, there's a lot of research to show that that's so incredibly impactful to their learning, their memory, their retention. So super excited about it. Let's hope that I can get my 8th graders excited about it too. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm gonna go, after I finish my coffee, I'm gonna go clean up my space. I'm going to, you know, clear off my desk from this week because I was just kind of like, you know, churning things out this week, and just get myself relaxed and ready to go, and hopefully it's gonna be a good class. And because I'm converted to Canvas, that's easier for them because they now can go to one place to get their stuff. So hopefully some of the questions I had last year about where's the stuff, hopefully those questions are gonna stop now. But at the same time, the things that I did do last year that worked, my Google Slides presentation with, you know, 1 slide for each day of the week, with a couple simple short activities, that was very beneficial last year. That definitely worked. So I'm going to keep that, and I'm just going to link those as assignments. But for now, while I'm learning Canvas a little bit better, I'm literally going to put my module as a button on my front Canvas page and just link it straight to Google Classroom instead of worrying about putting it in. Nothing I'm doing right now is like, you know, seriously graded. These are all foundational skills to help the kids be successful. So while I'm figuring more out about how the assignments work and how to connect to PowerSchool so that everything, you know, talks back and forth, that's my plan. So I had an initial like stressful push to get my homepage done so that the first day of school would be consistent for the kids. But now that that homepage is done, I feel like I do have time to, you know, go through the modules and learn Canvas myself and ask the questions I need to ask, and just feeling way better about it. So I'm starting to appreciate Canvas. I'm starting to. I'm not saying I hate it anymore. I'm appreciating it now. Not saying I love it either, but I have always done what's best for students, even when I am a whiner about it. So that's where I'm at today. I'm making progress. I'm feeling better, and the schedule this year has been so much better. The way that we're doing things so that we have a definite off time. I'm still having to communicate that to my kids, that hey, if you feel stressed about something and you need help right away, if it is like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to talk to you until the next day, most likely. And making myself not respond to those messages is helping my sanity a little bit. And so now that I've got that set for the first week, next week I'm going to create a schedule for myself that allows me to go for walks in between my classes, for like very short walks, just like brain breaks for myself, because I sit in front of the computer too long and it's not healthy for me. So part of my self-care is I got this idea from Pocketful of Primary Teacher that I follow on YouTube. She's amazing. Check her out if you haven't. I'm going to put scheduled blocks of like 15 minutes into my schedule several times during the day to keep myself healthy and keep my brain functioning optimally, and also then that gives me a break to where I can say, okay, now I get back and I need to think about like food, or I need to think about drinking water or something like that, because those are things that once I get focused on class, I'm like all about class, and I am ignoring all of my signals, like your body needs water, your body needs food, your body needs fresh air, your body needs to move. Like I'm just ignoring all those things. So maybe I'll set some timers on my computer next week to flash up notifications of when I need to do those things. That's what I'm getting ready to do. So it's kind of funny when you start teaching your kids about organizational skills and those, you know, executive functioning skills that help them be a good student. You start to evaluate, okay, how am I working, and what are some things that I need to tweak in my own like executive functioning. So anyway, that's what's up for today. I'm gonna let you go, and everybody have a great day, and I will talk to you later on after class. Bye. Hello, I just finished my 11 o'clock 8th grade class. It went very well this morning with the 8th graders. It was so nice to see them. And I really have taken the stance this year of giving the 8th graders a lot of input. All the students get input, but I especially wanted to make the 8th graders feel special this year, because they need to know that they're the leaders of the school. Other people are looking up to them, and their opinion is really valuable to us as their teachers. So today I spent a lot of time with my 8th graders, more time than with the other classes, getting their input on what worked and what didn't work for last year. And I just wrote everything down, and I made sure that they knew that I was writing everything down. And I'm gonna make sure that they see that I'm making the changes that they asked for. And they didn't ask for anything that I can't do. So I'm happy about that, because I want them to feel powerful. Going into their 9th grade courses next year, I want them to know that they have control over their learning and they have control over their futures. So that's why today it was really important for me to set that tone. So I'm on a 30-minute lunch break, so I have to make this quick, but I'm going to be making some salmon today. Salmon is really good for you if you have inflammation problems, or people with fibromyalgia or arthritis, which you know, I fight both of those things. It's really good for you because it works with your like musculoskeletal system and your neurons and all of those impulses that can trigger inflammation. So it just kind of calms your central nervous system down. So like the omega-3s that are in salmon are super good for that. So I'm trying to really, you know, put good food into my body that's going to help me think better. It helps with depression, which if you have inflammation or you have pain, depression and anxiety both can be linked to that. So that's going to help me with my mood. And I'm going to have some spinach for the same reason. And then I'm also going to have, I've got this Sesame Asian salad kit that I am going to be putting on my plate as well. So I'm going to cook that really quickly, have a quick lunch, and then get back to talking to my students. So I have some extra virgin olive oil I'm going to put in my pan here. Alright, and then I turn the heat on. I think we'll start off with 7, but I might turn it down a little bit after that. Right. These are frozen salmon patties because they are easy to handle, and they're pre-portioned, you know, individual portions. So it's nice. I'm making 2 of them, one for Joe and one for me. This is a Cuisinart pan. I really love it. This is my big, huge skillet. I can make like family meals with leftovers in here. It fits so much, but It works even for a small meal. While that is cooking, I'm going to be cutting out some fresh vegetables. Got a tomato here that I bought at the local grocery. And I like to buy my produce there right now because they have a lot of produce that's from some of our local farmers. My salad does not include tomatoes for obvious reasons. It's a salad kit and, you know, things go bad when there's tomatoes in there. So I just like to add a tomato. I like the color and I like the vitamin C that's in tomatoes. I think I'll save the other half of that for later, maybe some eggs or something tomorrow. And I like chunky vegetables, so I'm just, you know, cutting these up chunky. And then I'm going to cook some zucchini with my salmon. I'm just chopping that up right now. I love this knife. This is my favorite knife that I own. It's a Ginsu knife, and it is good for so many things. I like the serrated part. It's good for bread. It doesn't smash a loaf of bread like if you make fresh bread. I like it for tomatoes because it cuts through the skin, whereas some knives, you know, don't. But also it has this little thing on the end that you can core things with. And it's just a good general knife. It's huge, but I use it so often. I like lots of garlic. I don't know how you all feel about garlic, but I'm all about it. People in our house are all about garlic. I have people in my family with heart issues, so I've never seen that. A little bit of salt and pepper. I'm cooking on camera. Would you like to be in it?
No.
Okay, bye-bye. I'm going to be using a little onion powder also, if I'm too lazy to chop up some onions right now. I don't have time. What? Guess I don't want what? Usually I put like a paper towel in my spinach to keep it fresh. Hold on, let me open it and actually see what it looks like, how I feel about it. It actually is still pretty fresh looking. It was just a lot of water on the outside, so that tells me I need to add a paper towel to it to absorb some of that excess moisture as it sweats out. Because your spinach will last so much longer if you add a paper towel. But since it looks pretty fresh, I'm just going to put it on my plate fresh like that because it's so much better for you. Alright, I'm turning my salmon again, and I'm going to let it sit there and cook until there's a crust, and it should cook all the way through. And then I'm just going to plate it up with some salad with the spinach as the base, and I'll be good to go. Quick meal, and I can make healthy food for myself since I'm at home, and it's fresh since I didn't have to put it in a lunch box. So one positive thing about virtual learning.
these are some toppings that came in my in my chopped salad kit. I'll show you what kind it is later. But this is just like some tortilla pieces and nuts. I'm going to sprinkle them evenly on both salads. Whatever. Okay. Then this is the dressing that comes with it. It's like an Asian, I guess this is an Asian salad. I'm having a working lunch right now. It took me 20 minutes to make my lunch, which is really good. I did not take a walk yet because I want to make sure that I am not, taking too long of a break. I want to use my time appropriately. So I'll take a walk later on today. After my class time, since I made a more complex lunch, I didn't really have time for that. But on some days I'll have my lunch prepared ahead of time. Just like I would at school, so I can grab something and then I have time for a 15-minute walk and still stay in my 30-minute window. So I'm working. And even when I am, eating a lot of times or walking, I have my phone, so I can be talking to students on Google Hangouts, which is really nice, just because they have me available more frequently that way. So I am eating, but I am